Chapter 1. Danny stretched back on the sofa, trying his best to stifle the Chinese takeaway and lager belch building in his stomach. It didn't work, and a deep burp emanated from his mouth. Oi! It didn't take living together long before the standards started to slip, did it? You'll be walking around farting next, said Alice, looking up from her snuggled position with a smirk on her face. Sorry, dear, replied Danny sarcastically. He looked down into her striking emerald green eyes and bent forward, kissing her passionately on the lips. You're forgiven, she said when they parted. Shall we go out? Okay, I'll just clear this lot up first, said Alice, yawning, as she got up off the sofa. I'll do it. You go out. I'll be there in a minute, Danny replied, getting up and rubbing his full belly. Alice said, eyeing his stomach. What? It's okay, honey. I like the dad bod look, she said, teasing him. You cheeky bagger, Danny said, sucking it in and puffing at his chest. I'm in the best shape ever. Okay, Rambo, if you say so, Alice said, laughing as she climbed the stairs. Danny looked down and patted his belly. Big Dave's gym for you tomorrow, mate. He loaded the dishwasher, put the rubbish out, and was on his way upstairs when his phone rang. Hello?
Danny, it's Smudge. I'm in trouble, mate. I need your help.
What's up? Said Danny, turning serious at Smudge's tone.
I fucked up, mate. Shit, I got involved with some heavyweights. Nasty bastards. I didn't like what they were doing, so I told them I was out. The fuckers tried to kill me. I got away by the skin of my teeth. Totaled my car on the way out,
said Smudge, opening the curtains a crack to take a nervous peep outside. Can't you get to the place? Said Danny, already knowing Smudge couldn't.
No, they own the police. I'm fucked, mate. You've got to help me.
Okay, calm down, Smudge. Where are you? Danny said, already sliding on his trainers and grabbing his coat.
I'm at my nan's old holiday chalet in Sea Pauling, Norfolk. You remember where it is? You came up here with me and Fergus and went sea fishing,
said Smudge, talking fast with nerves. All right, sit tight, I'm on my way, said Danny, hanging up. Smudge tucked his phone in his jacket and took another peep out the window before moving upstairs to the main bedroom of the small timber-framed holiday chalet. He grabbed a large canvas bag and emptied it on the floor, along with his dry suit, regulator, and other diving gear. Something wrapped in a towel thudded to the ground. Smudge picked it up and unwrapped it on the bed. The sound of approaching cars tore his eyes away from the plastic-sealed brick of white powder. He flicked the light switch and scooted over in the darkness to the window. Shit, he said through gritted teeth, the sight of two black Nissan pickup trucks putting fear into his heart. Smudge turned and grabbed the brick off the bed. Looking around in a panic, he opened the airing cupboard and shoved it behind the hot water tank. With the sound of the vehicles pulling to a halt out front, Smudge threw open the rear window and hopped out onto the flat roof above the kitchen. Without looking back, he ran to the edge and leapt off into the soft dunes behind the chalet. Fighting against the sand, Smudge started to get traction and passed the summit, half running, half stumbling his way down onto the sandy beach on the other side. Heading for the lights of Sea Pauling in the distance and the concrete ramp used to get boats and jet skis onto the beach, Smudge dug deep, his lungs burning as he continued to run flat out in the loose sand. Just got to get to the pub and people. They can't touch me there. Risking a look behind him, Smudge's heart sank at the sight of two shadowy figures charging up the beach after him. Tucking his head down, he took advantage of the adrenaline surging through his body and ran faster towards the moonlit ramp only a few hundred meters ahead. Fuck 'em! Fuck the lot of 'em! I'm out of here! All thoughts of outrunning them came crashing down when one of the Nissan pickup trucks came hurtling down the slope ahead of him, sliding sideways in a cloud of flying sand as it headed towards him. Without breaking momentum, Smudge headed for the dunes. Climbing the slope as the truck slid to a stop behind them, the grunts and breathing of the two men chasing him grew louder every second. He reached the summit and grasped at a glimmer of hope as the lights of the pub blazed into view. The panoramic view disappeared in a flash as a shadow loomed up in front of him. An enormous crack to the side of his head put him into darkness. Get him in the truck, the shadowy figure said to the other two as they wheezed and coughed from the chase. Fuck, hang on a minute, Slade. I've just got to get the breath back. Recovering, They picked Smudge up by the feet and arms and carried him back down the slope. Digging some gaffer tape out of the pickup, they taped Smudge's hands and feet before throwing him into the back. Slamming the door shut, Slade caught sight of two heads staring at them from above the dunes. The young couple's faces were pale in the moonlight, with looks of shock and fear on them at what had just happened. "Get them!" Slade snarled. The three of them spread out and moved in. The young couple stood in a panic, bringing the woman's pregnant belly into focus. "Stay back! I'm calling the police!" said the man, frantically trying to get his phone out of his pocket. Slade caught up with him as he got the phone free. Grabbing his wrist, Slade headbutted him to the floor unconscious. His girlfriend started to scream, but one of the other men put his hand over her mouth and grabbed her. Reaching into his pocket, Slade pulled the roll of gaffer tape out and peeled a strip back as the terrified woman's eyes went wide and shook in fear.